You're way behind. Yeah. Yeah, I'm good. Welcome one, welcome all. We're about to get started here, folks. I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer, owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa, the eye in the sky. Together we are Westerly.live. Our location, Sal or Jerry Field. The event, Bulldog Football Season Opener. First full season in 2 years, folks. We have a local rival here. We have two fired up squads. The Bulldogs' adversary are the Chariho Chargers, also their season opener. It's a non-league matchup as the Bulldogs play in Division 2B and Chariho in D3. The players are hyped. Both coaches have playoff aspirations for the season. However, both teams do have difficult schedules going forward, making this game that much more important. Game one, especially implementing a new offense, it's very difficult to predict Westerly's season opener here. Health has been an early issue for the Bulldogs. We are going to stand for the national anthem. Big slate of football games tonight in Rhode Island, 16 games total. Bulldogs and Chariho didn't take the field last week, so this is both of their season openers. There were several non-league games last week. This is a non-league season opener, as I explained earlier, and the Chargers are taking the field. Big night. It is fantastic to have a full set of stands here. This is Friday night in Westerly, folks. There is no better place to be. The excitement is unbelievable. I can't explain how much I have missed this. The Bulldogs will kick off. Chariho receiving. Deep for the Chargers, Caleb Maggs. Kicking for the Bulldogs, Chad Main. And the whistle. Our season has begun, folks. The kick, a beauty. Deep. Maggs with the reception at the goal line. Takes it up the right side. Cuts it to the outside, no room. 4 Bulldogs there. 15, Nathan Fry. First one on the scene. Good coverage, good start. Everybody is fired up, folks. It's been a long time. They got a little sniff of it last spring, but it wasn't full. It wasn't real. This is real football here. We got a full season ahead of us. Rival in front of us. Bulldogs defense ready. I'll update scores around. We have several games in progress, like I said earlier. Chariho takes the line. Motion. Handoff on the jet sweep to the far side. That's going to be number 3, Christian Manfred in the carry. Take it down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Good defensive line play for the Bulldogs. Greg Gorman is the captain, defensive lineman, active across the entire line of scrimmage. Chariho under center. Number 15, Zachary Boschwitz, the quarterback for Chariho. One back behind. Motion again. This time they fake the handoff. Oh, they give it off again. Number 1, take it down 1 yard behind the line of scrimmage. That's Caleb Maggs. Essentially ran the jet sweep twice in a row to opposite sides. Didn't fool the Bulldogs. That was about a 4-yard loss. Xavier Webster, difficult to get around, captain defensive end. They have a pair of defensive ends that are captains, that are seniors. That's a rarity, and that's a huge, huge asset to the Bulldog defense. Boschwitz calling out signals from the gun. 3rd down and 14. First quarter here at Salvador Jerry Field, making adjustments at the line. Bulldogs sit with a 4-man line. 4-2 look. Play action. Passes caught by Maggs at the line of scrimmage. Only going to gain about 1-2 yards tops. It's going to bring up 4th and 12. Great first possession by the Bulldog defense. Negative 2 or 3 yards on the Chargers' first offensive possession. This could be good field position-wise as well, as the Bulldogs have a great opportunity to start off in Charger territory. We have an excited crowd. Chargers set, short snap punt. And the punt, the Bulldogs lay back on it. And it's going to go out of bounds. Not a great kick. Somewhere in the range of the 42-yard line maybe. I want to see where he stops. About the 41-yard line. They're going to start going in. Great starting position for the Bulldog offense. Lance Williams returning at quarterback for the Bulldogs. Only a junior. Got some experience last spring. A little bit of a new offense, well, quite a bit of a new offense according to Coach Dunbar. We'll see him spread it out a little bit here. Throw a little bit more. We got 2 wide, double tight, 1 running back in the backfield. That's Zach Tuck. And Williams going to take it himself. A little missed timing on the offense there. And he's going to gain about a yard, which is going to go about the 40-yard line. Didn't even gain a yard. Timing a little off on the handoff in the backfield. Zach Tuck in the backfield, number 24 for the Bulldogs at the moment. And he is a junior. Chargers with a 5-man front at the moment. Definitely playing the run on defense. Looks like they're in about a 5-4 playing man. We have Williams in the gun, Zach Tuck to his right. Luke Marley on the slot, bad snap going wide. He's going to have to lay on it. Not a great start for the Bulldogs. That's going to bring up about a 3rd and 17 yards to go. 1st and 10 from the 41 turns into 3rd and, 23. Bulldogs unable to get an offensive play done yet. We had missed timing on the first and snap issue on the second. Third down and longer than you'd like it. Same backfield. Williams out of the gun. Tuck to his right. Trips right. Marley near side. Gets the snap. Good blocking. Hits his man over the middle. That's a beautiful passing catch. Good blocking. That's Ben Gorman, the sophomore tight end. Beautiful throw, and that's perfect route for the first down for the Bulldogs. And the cheerleaders light up. The crowd lights up. It's a fresh set of downs. Couldn't have asked for a better route, better blocking, or a better throw. Hit him in stride. Williams was patient, allowed his receiver to get to where he needed to go to get to first down yardage. Those are the unseen things. He was patient in the pocket, allowed that first down to happen. Here we go, 1st and 10 from about the 28. We have motion, handoff straight to Tuck. He's going to get to the outside, got a little bit of room. Flag on the play, that's going to be a hold. I saw it from here, unfortunately, on the end. Tuck would have still had a positive play, possibly a first down. That hold came right in front of the ref. I was waiting for the flag. So after the big play for the Bulldogs, they're going to back up 10 yards, but they still do have the ball as opposed to having to punt. It's unfortunate because Tuck did have room on the edge. So they'll be 1st and 20 for the Bulldogs. 1st and 15, correction. Williams in the huddle with the play. Bulldogs are a thin team. They have to try to avoid injury this year. They only have 43 players on their roster. Chariho not supporting all that many more. Out of the gun. Tuck to his left. Handoff up the middle. Spin move. Tuck still on his feet. Gets dragged down from behind. A good run to get about 4 yards on the play. Get closer to the original line of scrimmage. 2nd down and 11 to go. Nice move to get that. There was space. Number 31, Jimmy Powers, enters as a fullback. Lining up, however, as a tight end in this scenario. Marley at the slot. And we have Jack Marone out wide. No one near side. Tuck to his right, out of the gun, Williams, calling signals. 2nd and 11. Hands it off, no room. Oh, but he breaks tackle, tough run. Breaks a few to get to the side, only about a 3-yard gain. Going to bring up 3rd and long. 3rd and a long 8 yards to go for the Bulldogs. And that is going to be from about the 37, 38-yard line. Right around the first down marker is right around Maine's field goal range. The Bulldogs do benefit from having a kicker. I believe 37 yards was his long last year in the four-game season they did play, but he did a great job kicking overall, and that's a great foot for a high school kid. So we have trips to the near side here. We got Hake, Gorman calling out signals to snap early. Mason blocking in the backfield. He's taking it himself. He's got space. He's taken down by about 3 Chargers. Positive yards on the play. Near the first down marker, folks. Great read by the junior quarterback. Waiting for the signal from the referee. Is it a first down or is it a measurement here? And it's a first down. Big play. 2 huge 3rd down conversions by the Bulldogs in their season opening drive. 2 big plays by Williams. The first one to throw. The second one he does with his feet. And they are now in the red zone with a fresh set of downs. About the 16-yard line out of the gun. Mason, fullback behind. Hands it off to the left side, near side. There's room. He's going to run straight to the edge. Cuts it back up. That's what a fullback does. Beautiful job. Fights his way forward. Near the goal line, folks. He's down at about the 2-3 yard line. Great opening drive by the Bulldogs. 2 3rd and longs, 2 huge conversions here at home. Drew Mason on the tough carry there. First and goal for the Bulldogs. Already only 4 minutes left in this first quarter. This has been a time-consuming, yard-eating drive for the Bulldogs. Zach Tuck back in the backfield. Straight eye. Jimmy Powers in at fullback. Marley, near receiver on the far side. Handed off to Tuck. He goes straight up the middle, and he's in for the touchdown, folks. First drive of the season, capped by a Zach Tuck touchdown for the Bulldogs. That was a statement maker, folks, with those third down conversions. That resilience on that drive. This is the first time they've played in front of this many people as well, so they're even that much more fired up. The Chargers have a great sized crowd on the other side of the field. We have a great crowd on this side of the field. That all adds into the effect. Meanwhile, Bulldogs could not have started their 2021 fall campaign any better. Maine looking for the extra point, the always important extra point. And it is up and good, 7-0 ball game. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. First 8 minutes of the game. Bulldogs 3 and out against the Chargers, and then the rest was their drive. Coach said they could throw and they would be willing to throw. That was proven. They can throw, and they did when they needed to. So the Bulldogs division, Bulldogs playing in Division 2B. It was an active division last week. 4 out of 6 teams played, and all 4 of those teams won. Different story in Division 2A, as 5 teams played, 4 teams lost. Coventry being the sole winner in Division 2A football. Maine set to kick off. And the kick, a beauty. Maggs to catch. Takes it to the far side. And a beautiful play by the Bulldogs. Wrapped up and taken down by number 60 captain Xavier Webster. Chargers take the line of scrimmage. Bulldogs looking to do a little the same as they did last possession. Like I said, a team with 2 defensive ends that are solid is a solid defense. Boschwitz out of the gun. Low snap. Gets the handoff to the far side from the back. Fighting until he gets to the line of scrimmage. Taken down after about no gain on the play. Again, defensive end forcing all the way to the sideline, no room. Gain of about 1.5 yards. Really good job by Gorman. Came all the way from this side to that side to assist on the play. Matt Garofola in on the play as well. Garofola in at right defensive tackle. Boschwitz out of the gun, 2 wide, and it's going to be a handoff. Oh, he keeps it, play action, rolling to the near side, throws it, has a man coming across the field. That is caught for a first down and about 5 more. Connor Perrin, the receiver on the play. Boschwitz, a beautiful throw, sliding catch by Perrin. It's going to move the sticks, about a 15-yard gain by the Chargers. Good play action fake on the play. Chariho takes the line of scrimmage. Tight, trips, near side, bunch. Play action, rolling out the other way. No room to roll out. Great job of the defense putting their hands up, but that ball is caught by Maggs. Good for about a 9-yard gain on the play. Great job by the offensive line of the Chargers. Westerly's then did his job, held him inside so he couldn't roll out. Got his hands up. I thought he might have gotten a hand on the ball, but he did not. Right now, Boschwitz is right on the money with his passing. Bulldogs seem to get 2 out of 3 receivers covered in the past 2 plays. 1 man left alone. They've backed off now from 5 man up front to 4. 2 backers stepping up, but they may back off. It's essentially a 4-3-3 with a deep safety. Snap, now they send in 7. Get their hands in front of the quarterback, but he throws from where they came. Great job by the quarterback. Both inside backers go on the blitz. He throws, dumps it off early. Number 1, Maggs, active on the day for the Chargers. The throw is a P right to the first down marker. So the Chargers are marching through the air despite a good job responsibility-wise by the defensive line of the Bulldogs. There's no issue there at the moment. He's getting rid of the ball quick if he needs to. Two wide receivers near side, one far. Running back to his left, Boschwitz, the snap. Hands off up the middle. Number 1, Maggs. Got about a 6-yard gain on the play, getting pushed forward. Good end. The ball goes on the ground loose. We're going to see what the call is here. I do believe the refs would have called a turnover had there been one, and there's not. He's down, and he dragged the team forward about 8 yards. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and short for the Chargers. It's a 9-yard gain on the play, and they're bringing the sticks out. 2nd down. So the Chargers trying to answer quickly here. Second and inches for the Chargers from about the 24-yard line. They're trying to answer the Bulldogs here. 32 seconds running left in the first quarter play. Bulldogs with a 1-touchdown lead. Boschwitz from the gun. 2 left, 1 right. Handoff number 3 off tackle. Good for the first down and more. Physical right now. Right now the defensive line is getting a little tired or something for the Bulldogs here because they are being pushed around a little bit on this drive. Past 3 plays anyway. Bulldogs come up 4-man front. And there is a flag on the play. Bulldogs happy. False start. 5 yards back. Bulldogs need that. Crowd's awake. Can't get over the crowd. Had a feeling it was going to be a big one. God, it is fantastic to be here. We got a rivalry in front of us. Chariho next week plays North Smithfield at home. That's the end of the first quarter, folks. Here at Sal or Jerry Field, Westerly Bulldogs 7, Chariho Chargers 0. Chargers on the move. 2nd down and 15 for the Chargers, and they will start at the 24-yard line. Teams will switch sides. Bulldogs possibly a little bit of adjustment on defense. I wouldn't make too much major. I mean, last few plays, physicality has been the issue, but up until then, that wasn't the case. They've created a rush. Defensive ends have played well. It's pretty much the drag routes. They're having difficult covering. Maggs, very important player for the Bulldogs. And we are going to break. And we are back, folks. Sorry about that, technical issues. We have a man down after a quarterback draw by the Chargers for a gain of about 2 yards on the play. A lot of teams in action tonight, this Friday night. Bulldogs' next opponent, St. Raphael Academy, who were a 10-0 winner last week and have a tough task this evening versus North Kingstown. Westerly will head to Pawtucket next week.
What I got, Colin Fitz. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right. The Chariho player with no number.
Oh.
And no name. Do you have number 3?
No.
All right.
So the players are still taking a knee, folks. Just starting the second quarter here at Sal or Jerry Field. In other Westerly sports, the Lady Bulldogs soccer team could not be off to a better start. We covered them on the first day of school, and they were a 10-1 winner over Johnston. They took the road, headed up towards Providence, and played Central, and defeated them 9-0 for a combined 19-1 points for, points against on the season thus far. 2-0 record, and it brings up a little excitement going forward for the fall season for our Lady Bulldogs. I will get back to some other sports going forward, but we are back for some football action, folks. Chargers break the huddle. Boschwitz alone in the backfield. Quick throw. Wide receiver screen. Caught, cuts in. Defense is there. Beautiful job. That's Mitchell McLeod on the D. Great job. That'll leave third down and long for the Bulldogs, who are starting to step up here. Bend but don't break defense on this drive we're hoping for. Third and long now. Both teams have shown the capability to throw. Boschwitz has also shown the ability to read a blitz and throw to the open area, which at high school, that's a good talent to have. Not all quarterbacks possess that, the ability to read the field that quickly. One man in the backfield blocking. Boschwitz looking. Nothing to go. He's going to get taken down in the backfield, folks. Eventually, by all the Bulldogs, the ball does come loose. I think a Bulldog has it. A lot of people in the area waiting for that call, looking for that call. And the Chargers are going to maintain possession. Huge play, though. It is going to be fourth and long. The location for the Chargers is going to bring up a kick attempt, or they're probably just going to go for it anyway because 25-yard line. Punt is out of the question. So the Bulldogs need to be careful here because Chargers don't have much to lose on this play. They can be very aggressive. They have two wide receivers on the near side, two wide receivers on the far side, one in the backfield. He's going to take off, and he does. He's going to get the ball. That's number 23 on a quick screen. It's going to go into the end zone, folks. Should have known it from the beginning. He wasn't on the field, and they are down to about the 1-yard line. That was number 23, Christian Manfred, on the reception. He snuck his way into the backfield where he hadn't been yet tonight. Took about 4 steps out, turned around. Beautiful slip screen up the middle, and another huge third down conversion in this ball game. First 2 went to Westerly. Next 2 have gone to Chariho. First and goal. Beautiful play by Boschwitz. Beautiful play by the entire team. It's a handoff up the middle. And they are going to power their way forward into the end zone. Charger touchdown. Methodical drive down the field. We saw some good defense, but we saw more better offense. 7-6, looking to tie this one. 2.5 minutes into the second quarter, folks. And we are near a tie ball game. Looks like we're going to have a good one ahead of us tonight. Number 4 set to kick. 41, correction. Daniel O'Haro. And the kick is not going to be good, folks. And that's big, that's big, that's big, that's always big. 7-6. Bulldogs will take the ball, maintain a little lead, see if they can answer. Both teams have displayed the ability to run and throw early on in this one. Friday Night Lights here in Westerly.
Change on him, sorry.
And the receiving team takes the field for the Bulldogs. Daniel O'Haro set to kick off for the Chargers. Crowd is going crazy. They let it bounce in front. Takes a funny bounce, picks it up. Marley's got it, but he's not going to get far. Take it down after about a 2-yard gain. They're going to start at about the 24-yard line, 1st and 10. 9:17 to go, folks. 7-6 ball game. Reading the Chargers season preview, the coach envisions a very difficult division as teams drops from Division 2 into Division 3, and the Division 4 Super Bowl winner moved up to Division 3. So they do plan for a challenging schedule, making this win tonight that much more important, even though it is non-league. Williams out of the gun, Tuck behind him. And it's handed off to Tuck, who's going to try to get to the outside. He does. One man, cornerback, runs him over. Tuck is a very hard runner, gain of about 6 on the play. Got to the edge, started off tackle, bounced it out. He's been the main ball carrier today for the Bulldogs. Second down and 5 yards to go. They're doing a good job controlling the offensive line. Gorman on the near side in motion to the far side, comes back. Offsides on the Bulldogs, that's going to back them up 5 yards. Erases their first down play. So as I was talking about earlier, last week's games in the Bulldogs division, there was 4 winners out of the 4 teams that played, and they were pretty convincing. 28-0 for West Warwick, 10-0 for St. Ray's, 41-7 Classicals victory. Mount Hope 29-8. So there was a large disparity in points in all of their games. Tolman and Wesley both not in action. And here we go, motion by Gorman, shuffles back. Williams takes the snap, rides, keeps himself coming on the near side, trying to get to the edge and gets ridden out of bounds. Ref almost reaches for his flag, does not, gain of about 4 maybe. Let's see where they put it. No, a little bit more than that, I believe. Pick up about 8, correction. 3rd down and 2 yards to go. That was a good read by Williams. Bulldogs have shown the ability to get to the edge thus far. I don't know. Tuck is a extremely fast runner, straightforward, up and down, north and south runner. Fullback in front for the Bulldogs. Jimmy Powers. And that's where it goes. Spinning in, still has the ball over the 40. Beautiful run, tough run. That's a fullback for you, folks. Gain of about 8 more and a first down for the Bulldogs at their own 42-yard line. So the Bulldogs are playing with plenty of physicality here tonight. Their offensive line is showing speed, firing out. Really are doing a good job on the offensive front. I formation. Tuck gets it behind Powers, but comes back and reverses his field. Great field vision. Gets to the edge. Good gain on first down for another first down. That's about a 17-yard gain. The biggest. Oh, there's a flag down on the play. I saw the motion of. We have a player down as well. It's going to be a hold to bring that back for the Bulldogs. I didn't see the referee's motion, but I didn't see the flag actually come out. That's going to be erased. The biggest play of the day. They have a player down for the Bulldogs. That's Marcus Chim, linebacker, lineman, pivotal player for the Bulldogs. In pain on the field. Somebody on the Bulldogs hooks for holding. Brings back 17-yard gain, the biggest play of the day on the ground. But that does not prevent the Bulldogs from controlling the offensive line, which they've done. This is a very important player down at the moment for the Bulldogs, who are a thin team. And he's up and hobbling off to a round of applause. It's good to see him walk off under his own power. I'm going to back up the Bulldogs for the hold. It's going to give him first down and about 14 yards to go. About 20 yards to go, correction. Coming back in the eye, too wide. Marley on the far side. Marone near side. Powers at fullback. Tuck behind him. Under center, Williams. The snap, fake, play action, rolling, far side. Throws it behind the fullback Powers, who was open on the play. Had a couple open receivers. Everybody, all the receivers heading in his direction. So the Bulldogs will face a second down and 20. We have 6:45 to go in the second quarter. 7-6 score, Bulldogs advantage. Bulldogs have done a very good job overall. Chargers answered though. Methodical drive. We got trips on the far side. Marone near receiver. Rolling out. Few linemen there. Throwing deep down the sideline. Throws it underthrown. The receiver's going to have to play defense and does. Bats it to the ground. And that will bring up third down correction and 20 yards to go. Good job by the receiver, ensuring that there was no turnover on the play. Offensive line did a real nice job. Almost looked like they had a screen set to go. He chose to go deep. I do believe that was the option of a screen or the deep ball. Marcus Hake, the intended receiver, had his man by a step or two. So the Bulldogs, third and long. You don't have an exact play in the book for third and 20. They've converted a third and long thus far, one time. Marley near side, trips far. He reached, throws short. Here's the screen. Tough throw. Off the mark, number 8 on the reception. Drew Mason falls to the ground, and that's going to bring up fourth down and about 20. Bulldogs going to have to punt. So that penalty, a drive killer for the Bulldogs. We're going to give it back to the Chargers.
Chargers 2 possessions, 1 3 and out, 1 went down the field. What will we see in possession 3? Bulldogs really need defense to step up, keep the crowd in this game, keep home field, because let me tell you, folks, the opposing stands are full, standing room only on the other side of the field, wrapping the field. Our stands are full. People are happy to have football back. And the kick, a low bouncer in the right direction for the Bulldogs. It's going to settle at about the 37-yard line. So first and 10 for the Chargers. They're thrown 37. We got 5:32 left in the half. Chargers will take it down by 1 point. I think the Bulldogs have the edge in kicking here tonight, which could come into play, as we saw with the extra point thus far. Maine, a quality kicker. Defense takes the field. Boschwitz in the gun. One man to his right. Motion. Following the motion, number 20. Tailback takes the handoff, turns it upfield, grinds his way forward for about a 5-yard gain on first down.
Number 20, Miles Price on the carry. Brings up a 2nd and 4.
Good play by the Chargers. Much like the last drive, the Bulldogs don't want that. Boschwitz making a little adjustment. Trips near side. And it's a draw up the middle. And dragging his way forward. Still going, folks. Hard running. So that physicality that I mentioned the Bulldogs having earlier, they're getting out physical right now. That's not good. Took about 5 of them to take it down. About 6 yards later, that's 2 big carries for an easy first down for the Chargers as they move the chains. Boschwitz barking out orders. Number 20 next to him in the backfield, Miles Price. You got trips near side, 1 receiver far side. First and 10. 4:29 to go. Trailing by 1. Boschwitz making adjustments. We got a 4-man front for the Bulldogs. And they fumble on the transfer, and the Bulldogs are going to take over. He had to ride the belly of his running back. Tried to pull it back or tried to give it off. Miscommunication turns into Bulldogs ball. That is huge. Bulldogs run transfers much like that. You try to ride that breadbasket as long as you can, make the decision. Either give it or take it. Confusion, ball falls in the Bulldogs' direction. Huge, huge momentum shift for the Bulldogs. Williams under center. Under pressure, throws it deep. Got his man. Luke Marley caught it. Touchdown if there's no flags, folks. There are no flags. Hit his man in stride. Wow, what a throw and catch. Williams to Marley. And that's how you take advantage of a turnover, folks. That was good from about 60 yards. 13-6 pending the extra point. And the Chariho crowd sits, the Westerly crowd rises. How quickly a fumble, 1 play, a touchdown. An extra point away from an 8-point lead. Referees are conferring over something. They may get backed up here on their extra point if there was too much excitement. We'll find out. Regardless, the touchdown's good. No one needs to worry. That they can't take away, folks. That was a beautiful play, a beautiful way to answer. The fumble is just what the Bulldogs needed. That's something quarterbacks and running backs practice countless times. It's all a matter of timing, and the Bulldogs run the same risk whenever they run the similar plays. It's all about practice on that scenario, and they capitalize in one play. Here is the extra point. Maine getting set. I'm not sure what the huge delay was. The Bulldogs were penalized, I believe. Referees are not informing us of what exactly is going over. Probably a celebration penalty, but this delay affects the team and really is unfair to the players. The referees really need to get their stuff together here and come to a decision a lot quicker than they just did on an extra point, where the Bulldogs now haven't even been penalized. So all that time for nothing. They are kicking from the normal spot. That's kind of, I don't expect that out of the referees. The extra point up and good. The score 14-6. The time to freeze Maine does not occur. Maine seems unfreezable. The delay does not affect him. The extra point is good. The Bulldogs an 8-point lead. And the Bulldogs here early in this season sure have displayed the ability to throw. The Chargers have thrown well as well. 8-point lead now. Just a moment ago, they were leading by 1, and the Chargers were driving. That is how fast things can turn here in football. Bulldogs will set to kick off. We have 4 minutes left in the half. Luke Marley is a playmaker and has been a playmaker for the Bulldogs on the football field as well as the lacrosse field. The Bulldogs running game struggling a little bit. That touchdown pass masks that a tiny bit, but the drive prior to that, their offensive line was having difficulties. So hopefully they can take care of them on their next drive or at halftime if that comes first, as the Bulldogs will receive in the second half. They definitely want to protect at least this 8-point lead. Maine's kick to the near side. Maggs will drop it, and he'll field it. He's at the 40, and he's still on his feet. And he gets taken down by a few Bulldogs. Number 60 leading the way, Xavier Webster. Andre Adams also out there on the tackle. Bulldogs defense comes out. Chargers get the ball at about the 46-yard line. Plenty of time to answer the Bulldogs' drive. Boschwitz out of the gun. We have trips far side. And he hands it off on the near side. Wrapped up immediately by number 60 for the Bulldogs, Webster. And he waits for fellow Dogs to come by. And they do just that. That play is going to get him right back to the line of scrimmage. And that was great defensive line play by the Bulldogs. Webster having an excellent game. Again, the senior offensive lineman, defensive lineman, and captain. Chargers break the huddle. 2nd and 10 from their own 46-yard line. Christian Manfred in the backfield for the Chargers. The handoff to Manfred to the far side. He is wrapped up and thrown down in the backfield by the Bulldogs. Great play by number 72 of the Bulldogs, Mitchell McLeod. Number 23 for the Chargers. Scored their only touchdown thus far. Didn't fool them on this play. Bulldogs timeout. 3rd down and about 13, 14 yards to go coming out of this timeout. 3 minutes left in the half. I think that timeout was, some people would find it odd, giving the Chargers a little break before 3rd and long. I think the Bulldogs have confidence in their D. and are looking at possibly trying to score again here. The Bulldogs have, however, given up a 3rd and 20. So, again, tough game to bet on. Opening day, not a lot of rust on either side. The ball's hit the ground a couple times on the Chargers side, and one turnover turned into 7 points for the Bulldogs. Cheerleaders active. Salwagiri Field packed. Football and fall in the air. And here we go as the teams take the field coming out of the timeout. Bulldogs have 2 timeouts remaining. Two wide receivers near side, 2 far side. One running back deep. Quarterback under center. And it's a pitch. It's going to be a reverse. No. Reverse to the far side. Pass. He throws. He's got a man. And he catches it. Bulldogs are fooled. The guy gets behind the safety. Not a great throw at all. He's able to turn around and wait for it. Again, they've converted on 3rd and 20 and now on 3rd and 14. How he got left alone. It was a good idea by the Chargers. It wasn't the smoothest trick play I've seen. Smooth enough, I suppose. The throw really should have given the Bulldogs enough time to recover, but that's how many steps he had on the safety. On 3rd and long. That's really not acceptable to let a receiver get that far behind, but it happens. Let's see if the Chargers capitalize or if the Bulldogs can step up here. And it's a handoff up the middle, number 48 for the Chargers. Bulldozing his way forward for about 3 or 4 yards. Mitchell Silva takes it forward for the Chargers. 14-6, but the crowd's a little bit quiet. Chargers are standing and hopeful on their side, waiting. An exceptional following they brought to town tonight. And nothing but excitement on the field. Quarterback keeps it this time. Throws short, tipped, incomplete. Essentially a play action, same play as last. This time he pulled it back. Had his man on that drag though. That would have been a short gain, but it would have gotten him very close. 3rd down and 6 to go. See what the Bulldogs can come up with for defense here. 4 down territory for the Chargers for sure. You may see a run to chop it down to make 4th down more reasonable. They've been able to drag the Bulldog defensive lineman on occasion. No one in the backfield. That will not be the case. Watch the quarterback draw. Trips far side. 2 to the near. They've run 1 quarterback draw thus far. Assuming 2 more offensive plays on this possession to get this 1st down. Barking out orders. Possible audible. Whistle blown. Delay of game possibility. He didn't physically throw the flag. And they are backing up. That's what it must have been. That's a big penalty. Very fortunate for the Bulldogs. Officials not really coming our way and showing us what the call is. I'm going to go with delay a game. I have no idea what that signal the official gave was. I'll be honest, and I know most. Big play for the Bulldogs. Extremely fortunate. 3rd down and 11. They need to capitalize here. 3rd down has been their failing point in the past 2 drives. One back in the backfield. Watch out for that little slip again. Coming near side, he throws it, he's got it, same man, number 3. And he's going to turn the corner, gets tripped up and taken down. And that is enough for a 1st down. Heartbreaking for the defensive squad for the Bulldogs here. That's 4 3rd and longs. 3rd and long isn't as bad as a turnover, but 3 or 4 of them eventually are going to come back to bite you. Will this be the time? The Chargers can still attain another 1st down. as they are outside of the 10 at about the 12-yard line. Boschwitz under center. Silva in the backfield. Motion to the far side. 2 receivers near. And the rollout, play action, throws quick, got his man, number 1. Maggs breaks the tackle to the corner and is going to get tackled and rolled up into the end zone for the touchdown. That's Caleb Maggs. The Bulldogs had him in the backfield, couldn't hang on. They're able to get to the edge, and the Chargers answer quick. Down by 2, 39 seconds to go. Will they go for 2 to try to tie it? One would imagine. Bulldogs with a 2-point lead. Getting the ball out of the half. Bulldogs make a stop here. They have a shot at some semblance of momentum going forward. However, Chariho's offense, the past 2 drives, disregard or include the drive they fumbled, the other plays, they have been the dominant team at the moment. Bulldogs have displayed a long pass completion. We got trips right. Huge play here, folks. 2-point play. 2-point deficit. Boschwitz takes a snap, rolling to the right. Looking for his man. He's going to tuck and go. Rolls off the first tackle, but gets hit hard and down, and the Bulldogs hold him. The Bulldogs, barring anything crazy, will have at least a 2-point lead going into the half. Big stop by the Bulldogs. That rollout has been a disaster for the Bulldogs defense in the past 3 drives. Able to stop it when they needed to there. What a game we have between these local rivals, folks. First Friday night game here. Full free flow in 2 years, and it is fantastic. We got people wrapping around the field. 2-point ball game. Home team leads by 2. Getting it now and getting it in the second half. Will the Bulldogs do anything with it? Probably depends on where the kickoff ends up here. They clearly can throw. Third downs are going to be the discussion at halftime. How are we getting behind the safety? Which happened on 2 occasions. Broken tackles on the other 2. The Chariho offensive line really has stepped up. Chariho kicking off. They don't have a great kicker here. If the Bulldogs can pull some kind of a return, get it near midfield. He gets it up, and it's a decent kick. It's going to bounce, and they're going to get no return out of it. They're in danger. Marley still hasn't picked it up. That ball is loose on the ground, folks. That'll be a disaster for Chariho. They got it. Bad play by our senior, folks. Lets it bounce. Turns into tragic results for the Bulldogs as it bounces in reverse direction. Turns into a long onside kick that's muffed by the Bulldog receiver. Momentum, my friends, is fully in Chariho's favor. I said unless there was some kind of a disaster, the Bulldogs would go into the halftime with a lead. Well, folks, that was a disaster. And the Bulldogs have a 2-point lead here. 33 seconds, plenty of time for Chariho, who I believe has used 1 timeout, has 2 remaining. At least 2. If I'm correct, possibly all 3. Trips near side. Will they roll, play action? And it's a handoff up the middle. They're going to use one of their timeouts. Gain of about 4 on the play, I'm assuming. And they're not, and the clock's running. I don't know what's going on. And the timeout is called. Still wasted seconds. Wasted seconds. Every little second in football counts. They could have had 3.5 more seconds left on the clock. And we'll see if that matters. Second down and 6 to go. Bulldogs defense needs a big play here, folks. Chariho, huge turn of events. Ball's at about the 23-yard line. Be about a 40-yard kick. That's not going to work. So the Chargers are going to have to get further if they intend on scoring. However, what you may see is 2 running plays, including fourth down, to force 2 Bulldog timeouts. The 2 plays will take about 4 seconds each, 4 to 7, which will give the Bulldogs the ball back deep in their own territory with single digits remaining if they choose that route. Or they're aggressive and crazy because it's a rivalry, and they shoot one towards the end zone. And that's what I like to see. Trips to the near side. Hands it off, fake, throws deep, far side. Got his man past, throws it behind him. Flag on the play. That's going to be on the Bulldogs, folks. And that's going to be a pass interference. This is in college, so it's not down to the 1-yard line, but it is going to be a half the distance to the, they're at the 23, so outside the 20, it'll be a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down for the Chargers. Clock stops, 11 seconds remaining. I don't know how they're getting behind them in known throwing situations, but they're managing to. The Bulldogs, frankly, are fortunate that that ball was so drastically underthrown. That's what caused the pass interference. Brady, as we all know, and a lot of the exceptionally accurate quarterbacks in the NFL do that on purpose. If their man doesn't have space, they'll underthrow in hopes that the defense inflicts some kind of a collision with the receiver and gets the free first down and yardage. I believe in this scenario, it was simply a short throw that worked out to the Chargers' benefit. They have 1st and 10 at the 15. Space for another first down, but not really time. 11 seconds, maybe 3 plays. Trips to the near side, 1 wide right. Sylvian backfield. Timeout called by Chariho. Wanted to see what Westerly was showing. Takes the timeout. They got their defensive read. Will Westerly come out in what they just saw, or will they make an adjustment? This is a chess match, folks. That's what that timeout was for. This is huge. Just 11 seconds. Bulldogs have fought hard. This has been a great back and forth first half. Two what would appear to be very evenly matched teams. This game has been nothing less than what we could have possibly asked for. Good sportsmanship, great game, great crowd. Everything's just great. Again, I am the voice, Greg Morano, alongside producer-owner Shane Belanger. We have Lisa behind the lens up above. You can find us on Facebook, at Twitter, or westerly.live on your web browser. We are Westerly Live, and we are live here again as Boschwitz out of the gun. Huge spot, 11 seconds to go. Trips near side. Sylvian lone man in the backfield. Bulldog coming, forcing him out, throws it. Down short, great rush by the defense. Good defense by the Bulldogs. 4 seconds remaining. They're going to have to hold true for one more play. You see a few people coming in, 3 men in. Does that mean they're going to try a chip kick? Do they have the ability to do that? If they do, they are at about what I could see as the 14-yard line. So you're going to add 10 for the end zone, 7 for the snap. 14 plus 17. 31-yard kick here, folks. 14-12. To lead by 1 at the half or to trail by 2. Gotta love it, folks. Nothing better. The placement. The kick is up. It looks good. Waiting for the signal. It is good. And the Chargers are going to take the lead going into the half. They answered that question. They do have the kicker. 15-14. Chargers lead the Bulldogs at halftime, folks. What a half. Bulldogs have to make a few adjustments. Chariho started to get physical. They need an answer defensively, need an adjustment offensively. 1-point game, folks. It does not get better than this. Playmakers on both sides of the ball. Can't wait for the second half. We got a 15-minute halftime here, folks. The cheerleaders are going to put on a performance for us. Band as well, one would imagine. So the Bulldogs will be receiving the kick. Momentum fully in the Chargers' direction at the moment. Luke Marley, Zach Tuck, both account for both Bulldog touchdowns. Marley on a deep reception of about 60-plus yards, and Tuck on the ground scored their first touchdown. One turnover on the day for each squad. And a show from our cheerleaders here.
Their team is Aubrey Alexander, Mercedes Cohen, Adriana Dias, Ella Lamb, Michaela Wright, Sydney Algieri, Jaden Beckwith, Eliza Gincarella, Juliana Ianella, Caitlin Wynn, Desiree Benware, Kylie Denny, Jaden Caradio, McKenna Waddington, Viviana Pruitt, Paige Allen, Madison Power, captains Mia Bro, Naya Tarano, and Janessa Warren. Coaches Brianna Dodone and Gianna Blaze.
Welcome back, folks. Here we go. Second half of action from Val Chariho Chargers. What a first half, folks. Back and forth both ways. The Chargers, number 23, scored first. Christian Manfred on a slip screen on a 3rd and long. Second touchdown was scored by number 1, Mags for Chariho. And their final points came on a field goal to take the lead by 1 point, as one of their extra points was missed in the first half. The Bulldogs scored twice. Zach Tuck scores the first touchdown of the game and a long pass to Luke Marley for the second. We are 40 seconds away from second half action. I believe the Bulldogs need more out of their linebackers, better linebacker play, especially in coverage. Their drag route seems to be their most success, and they're running off tackle. They're starting to get to the edge, which the Bulldogs weren't allowing in the first quarter, excuse me. But their most danger is coming from his rollout, Boschwitz that is, and his patience and allowing for the play to develop. They have 3 receivers pretty much at 3 different levels. The nearest is his safety valve being the running back, either Mags or Manfred, and that's been the most successful route, which would be the check down, but he's pretty much eyeing them right off the snap. Bulldogs are now taking the field with energy. The crowd's here. Unbelievable crowd. Coach Chariho coached furious that Westerly is not on the field yet. Looks like 2 minutes is on the clock, and then we are going to get started. So, opening game of the season here, folks, in Westerly. Friday Night Lights Westerly style. You couldn't ask for anything more. Momentum in Westerly's favor in the first quarter. Chariho sure took it back and has it now. Halftime kind of neutralizes things a little bit, and this is where the chess match really evolves. What changes are implemented and what changes aren't implemented, and if any are at all. Sometimes the same can win a game. I don't see that as being the case clearly for the Bulldogs, as the Chargers have looked extremely well offensively. The Bulldogs kind of snuck in that Hail Mary bomb to Marley and have struggled defensively prior to and since that play. That being said, the Chargers will kick off to the Bulldogs. Both teams have kickers that can kick field goals. We know that we have Chad Main, who can definitely put it through the uprights, but the Chargers proved that they have a kicker as well, kicking one as time ran out in the first half to take the lead. So here we go, second half action, folks. Crowd is loud, and we are Westerly live. Marley's got it. Coming near way. He's got some blockers, but can he get around this? Cuts back, reverses his field. A gang of Chargers will take him down. Decent return, and they will start at the 25-yard line. We got horns blown. We got megaphones. We got screaming and yelling. We got the environment that Westerly wants. It's a tough house to play in. So the Bulldogs here need to defend their home, take momentum back. They need to take control of the line of scrimmage. So the Bulldogs will have 1st and 10. And they will start from about the 27-yard line. Tuck in the backfield. Williams left. 2 to the far side. And the handoff to Tuck, off tackle near side. He's got some room. He is tough to take down, folks, as he stiff arms the first man, and then a gang of Chargers catch up. But that's going to be about a 5-yard gain on the play, maybe 6. He runs hard, but if he can get a little seam, he can break it as well. He is fast straight. He's going to come off the field here. Enter number 31 for the Bulldogs, Jimmy Powers, and number 8, Drew Mason. Marley and Marone on the far side. Mason in the backfield. Williams. The snap. Hands off to Mason to the far side. Almost tripped up, trying to get to the edge, and gets a decent yard gain. And a first down on the play. A gain of about 7. Bulldogs doing a nice job at the line of scrimmage. When the Bulldogs are quick off the line of scrimmage, they're making their blocks on the second level, neutralizing Chariho's linebackers, allowing Tuck to do what he does. And it does require more than one defender generally to take him down. So if the lineman can make a chip, get in the linebacker's way, that stands for good news and good yardage for the Bulldogs. And he hands it off to the far side. And that is a nice 8-yard gain. That is control of the line of scrimmage, exactly what the Bulldogs wanted to do. That's Mason for about 9 by the time he's done on the far side. And they're going to mark it back to about 5, 6, 7 yards. Williams coming in, second down in a short 4 yards to go. Bulldogs opening the second half. Definitely in a positive manner. Starting statement style by taking over the line of scrimmage here. It was exactly what I think they needed to do. Chariho started to do that in the second quarter. And that's how they came back in, have the lead at the moment. Rolling to the near side, Williams. He's going to throw. Marley loves it. Got him! Got him! One man to beat! And he's going to beat him for the score! Touchdown, Williams to Marley! And that is how the Bulldogs take momentum back and answer to start the second half. Another near 60-yard touchdown pass. Same combination. Williams to Marley. Beautiful throw by Williams. Defender just a yard behind. Marley's speed too much. Great hands. 2 touchdowns on the day by Marley. Tuck the other. Bulldogs answer. 20-15 score. You'd think the Bulldogs will go for 2 here to make it a 7-point lead, and they will not. Carry his decision, but we'll take the point if we can get it. If I'm Chariho, I'm definitely looking heads up for the fake. Bulldogs just want the point and the momentum. And the kick is up and good. 6-point lead for the Bulldogs just like that. Into the half, 1-point deficit. 2 minutes and 29 seconds into the second half. The Bulldogs have jumped out to a 6-point lead, 21-15 here at Sal Jerry Field. Quiets one side of the field, wakes up the other. Fired up Bulldog squad, we got ahead of us here. Chariho, little discussion on the far side. Don't think this day is over, folks. Chariho is not by any means folding up. Bulldogs have to show that they can defend the pass on the second level, that their linebackers can get into pass coverage. Maine sizing up the kick. 9.5 to go in the third here, folks. Opening game of the season. Non-league, but still huge rivalry. Maine's kick, a beauty. Caught by Maggs. Looking for space. He's going to be sucked up at about the 32-yard line, where Chariho will start. 1st and 10 Kid makes the tackle, the middle linebacker, and the Bulldogs defense comes out. This is where we like to see what changes may have been made, what adjustments may have been made. I wouldn't be shocked if the Chargers take a shot in the first couple plays right here. We got 2 wide, one in the backfield. Hands it off tackle. A bunch of Bulldogs in the way, but he does lunge forward for a gain of almost 4 yards on the play. A good 4-yard gain on the play. So that's the offensive line surge. Second down and about 6 to go. Because now if you step up to prevent that 4 or 5 yard surge, he's going to pull it out of the breadbasket and keep it, roll out, and find his drag man, as he's done in the second quarter. Bulldogs with 4 D linemen, pretty much a 4-5-2 set. Corners backing off. Quarterback hands it off. Silva with the carry. Good for a first down. 7-yard gain on the play. Still going against the left side of the Bulldogs defensive line. Chargers establishing the line of scrimmage here again. Reestablishing, I should say. We have a lot of football ahead of us, I have a feeling, folks. Big plays can happen at any moment. Both teams have displayed it. Both teams have displayed the ability to run the line of scrimmage. Right now, Chariho's got the slight advantage doing that. Hasn't thrown. Trips bunch, far side. And the rollout, great rush on the near side. Almost takes him down, forces him to throw, but he finds a man. Huge hit on the far side. Great job to find a man and roll out by Boschwitz. Gains the first down. There's a flag down, and I do believe it's on that hit that I mentioned against number 54 for the Chargers. And there's another flag thrown. We're going to see some personal fouls here, folks. This is where the chippiness comes in, second half of a rivalry. This many people blocking the back on the Chargers. It was violent against number 54. Nathan Winthrop, the defensive end, the junior. Dirty play, no need for it. We haven't seen it here tonight. So that'll shift the field a little bit for the Bulldogs unless they committed a penalty themselves. Waiting for the signal. It was a block clear to see. Block in the back called on a personal foul, but still. And there's a penalty against the Bulldogs as well. I don't know the final signal. They are going to back up the Chargers. So it's not offsetting penalties. That's all that matters for the Bulldogs as they back them up 10 yards. It'll be 1st and 20. So the flags, in the end, do benefit the Bulldogs a great deal, and they're now going to march back this way. They generally do the math beforehand, and go in both directions, but now the Bulldogs are going to lose in the end of everything here. It's going to be 1st down and 4 to go. Not sure of the discussion. This benefits the Chargers now. The officials have done a poor job tonight displaying the calls to the sidelines. There's no doubt about that. That penalty was never explained. The snap, handoff, far side, gets to the edge. Violent hit on the sidelines. The Chargers are hitting. Gain about 8 on the play. That was number 20 for the Chargers, Miles Price. Lowering his shoulder and a flag. Here we go. We got some rivalry here now. Let's see what they decide. You would think it's an illegal block. Or a personal foul. Personal foul. Bulldogs. killing themselves here, folks. Bulldogs not helping themselves at all. So they're going to back up. They're going to lose 15 on this play. Chargers going to gain 15, I should say. I'm sorry for the delay, folks. This is a different quality of officiating than I'm used to seeing. I have to be honest. It's their first game of the season, too, and that's very evident. Unsure as to where the ball's even going. But they'll head towards the goal line for Westerly. So it was some sort of a double personal foul, 30-yard penalty. I've never heard of such a thing or seen such a thing. But the Chargers now have the ball inside the 10-yard line. First down and goal to go. I can't even imagine what that actually is. I don't think the coaches know either as they're speaking to the referees. I mean, I heard there was a difficulty finding referees this season, but I had no idea. Now I know it to be true. 7.5 to go in the third quarter, which has been halted for about 7 to 8 minutes here on a simple flag. The Bulldogs will take the sidelines and call a timeout. And I don't know, it could be an official timeout. They didn't signal either side. This is the kind of stuff that could actually motivate the Bulldogs. Hard to envision that is 1st and 10 from the 10 suddenly, but I'm not one to complain because mistakes are made. But it's just the time that it's taking takes away from the tempo of football. Out of the gun. Price to his left. And he gives it to him. And he's trudging his way forward for a gain of only about a yard, I think. Good job by the defensive line. They are going after the left side of that defensive line nearly every play that they run. Enter number 60 for the Bulldogs, Xavier Webster, out for a short break. 2nd down and 8. 18-yard line heading in. Trips near side. No one far. Still in the backfield. Boschwitz calling out signals. Motion. Far side. Straight drop. Throw. Dropped. Throws a little low and behind. Out of the pocket, the Chargers haven't had much success. Boschwitz doesn't seem to get settled in the pocket, which is ironic because out of the pocket, he seems to do well on the run. Big 2 plays here for the Bulldogs. And a big decision possibly for the Chargers. Do they kick and take 3? Probably the reason that the Bulldogs assured the 6-point lead on their touchdown was because the Chargers have the ability for the field goal. And it provides them with a 2 field goal lead. The snap, Boschwitz steps up, throws into the left side of the end zone, has his man, can't connect. There was about a yard between them. It would have been short of the end zone, but a definite first down. 4th down, the kicker's going to step in. And now Coach Dunbar's decision to kick the extra point on the last touchdown becomes an excellent one. Because if the Chargers make this kick, the Bulldogs maintain a field goal lead. This is about a 35-yarder. O'Hara on for the attempt here. And the kick is up. It's a line drive low. And I don't know. It made it through, folks. We are in for a good finish. 21-18. Good call, Coach Dunbar, to go for the extra point on the last score, I must say. Preserves the field goal lead, knowing the Chargers obviously have a kicker. A kicker that can kick in the clutch. The Bulldogs now will get the ball back. We have a back and forth one here tonight. One possession game, field goal game. Both teams can kick field goals. Both crowds on their feet. 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. We have a lot more football, folks. I promise you there is no better place to be tonight than Sal Algieri Field here, Westerly High School. And the Chargers crowd is fired up. They are jumping and cheering as they take the field to kick off. Needless to say, Daniel O'Hara has had a big part of this ball game. He is accountable for 7 of their points. An extra point and 2 field goals. And that kick might go out of bounds. That would be that's a good benefit for the Bulldogs, who will start with good field position. And for a kicker so accurate, that is an unforced error. Take anything you can get as a benefit here. You almost have to feel like you got to answer every drive with something. And that's nothing but excitement for a fan, let me tell you. Bulldogs are going to start. Waiting for the ball to be placed. I do believe it's 35. Going to wait for him to mark it, and he's explaining that to the Chargers. It is the 35. First and 10, heading to our right. They got 2 wide, far side. That's going to be Marley and Marone. Got Tuck in the backfield. Powers ahead at fullback. Williams under center. The handoff. Following Powers. Going to have to cut back. Couldn't get to the sideline. There's a face mask. And the referee did not see it. Gets to the sidelines. Gain of about 5 on the play. It would have been a 5-yard variety, but he got it. Second down and 5 yards to go. Powers back in the huddle. Thus far in the second half, the offensive line doing a nice job. Marley near side. Marone far. Powers at tight end on the far side. Tuck in the backfield. Williams shotgun. Handoff. A lot of room for Tuck. He's got speed. And when he goes straight, he's got power. Biggest run of the day. And no flag on the play. 25-yard gain on the play. Zach Tuck, great hole by the offensive line, let me tell you. He's got a great stiff arm. He can drag you, but he's got sprinter speed when he runs north-south. Biggest rushing play for either team thus far. First down and 10 for the Bulldogs on the move. Chariho territory, 35-yard line. Marone heads over near side. Marley far side. Tuck in the backfield, probably a little bit winded. Number 8, Mason at the wing in motion. No, correction, that's number 9, and that'll be Ben Gorman. Quick pass. Got it and he makes the catch. Throws it high. Reels it in with one hand. Greg Gorman, the captain. What a catch. Great throw, too. Inches high. Only man that could get it was Gorman. Uses one hand to tip it back to himself and reel it in. Bulldogs with a huge gain from the 35. They get down to the 6. 29-yard gain. First and goal. Man, momentum has swung back and forth several times in this game. Offensive line allowing that to occur. Williams, great way to read the field thus far all night long. Excellent accuracy on his throws. Good hands by the Bulldogs. Not a lot of complaints here, let me tell you. Big plays when you need them by all of them. Tuck in the backfield behind Powers. And he's going to run a quarterback sneak, and there's going to be a flag on the play. Could be anything, offensive player not set, or vice versa. Line up in the neutral zone, we're hoping. We'll see. Waiting for the referees, and they make the call. That's going to back up the Bulldogs, unfortunately. I'm not sure if it was a bad transfer from center to quarterback, and he just decided to play it safe. That could have been the case. But whatever they did do was a 10-yard penalty, and that's a tough one. So that big pass cut in half now. First and goal from the 22-yard line for the Bulldogs. I'm not sure what they could have done. Holding on the quarterback sneak, I guess. Out of the gun. Play action, roll it our way. Slow short. Caught by number 31, Jimmy Powers. Powers his way towards the end zone. Gets all of that yardage back. Puts him right back at the 6-yard line. And that's how you answer. Williams, beautiful pass on the play. Really beautiful actual control of the field as he rolls out, allowing the play to develop. Only a junior. Doing a great job holding the ball. The breadbasket of his running backs. Mason, all-around athlete in the backfield. Two wide left. That's going to be Marone and Marley. And it's a handoff to Mason near side. Cuts it up right around the area of the tackle. Going to get down to about the 4-yard line. 2-yard gain on the play. Maybe 2-down territory here. Not necessarily, I should say. Third and goal. Going to bring up a real decision here if they don't get in. Or if they get close. Get the 3. What do? This is where Coach Dunbar calls a timeout, understands how pivotal this possession could be. This is a chess match, folks, especially when you factor in that both teams have very good field goal kickers. You don't always find that in a high school game. Both have been true to that fact tonight here. Up by 3. Field goal obviously puts the Bulldogs up by 6, which puts them in danger of obviously a Chariho touchdown. However, it's security against the field goal. Bulldogs, huge test next week as they travel to St. Ray's, who is top seed in the division. Won 10-0 last week. We're coming out of the timeout here, folks. Third and goal from right on the 5-yard line. Huge spot. Touchdown makes it a true two-possession game, which we haven't seen in a while. I formation. Tuck, Powers, Williams under center. Marley near side, Marone wide. Pitch to Tuck, cuts it in. Crosses the field. Doing the work on his own, still on his feet. Man, did he work hard and have good vision to get that 3-yard gain. We have a player down, and he's back up. All right, that's good to see. That's Kim hobbling around a little bit. And they're going to call an official timeout and force him out. That decision I was referring to is here. 4th and goal at the 4. Do we see Maine take the field? We do. He's out there. They're counting. That's what you do on special teams. And I do believe they're going to make Williams coming in from the sidelines. What decision will they make? It looks like they're going to go for it here, folks. They want to make it a 2-possession game. They got them buried if they don't get it. I like the call. Of course I like the call. Who wouldn't like the call? Huge call. Tuck deep. Powers ahead. Straight hand off the tuck. Off tackle. In the end zone. Bulldogs straight power. Aggressive coaching by Dunbar all night long. Trusts his team. It is finally a 2-possession game, a true 2-possession game for the Bulldogs. With only a minute left in the 3rd quarter. They give it to Tuck. And I'll tell you, he's got speed, but he's got power as well. Mason, great fullback in front. Powers. Mason, all around good back. Great drive by the Bulldogs. That is how you answer. What a game we have here tonight, folks. And the extra point. Down, kicks up, and it stays true. It's good. 28 for the Bulldogs. 18 for the Chargers. 1:19 left in the 3rd quarter. The Bulldogs have doubled their score in less than 11 minutes here in the 3rd quarter, scoring 14 here in the 2nd half already. Charger having only tacked on 3. So it is a 14-3 advantage for the Bulldogs here in the 2nd quarter, in the 3rd quarter. Set the kick. Just on live with the kick in, folks. And Mags muffs it and falls on it. Bulldogs tap him down, and things are working in the Bulldogs' favor. A little frustration. A few heads down on the Chargers' side. Crowd's a bit quieter, and they're walking around a little bit. Momentum. That fickle little thing
And we just say together.
is on the Bulldogs' side.
Hi, Mr. Hoban. We miss you. We wish you
Has
a
been persistent. It's been a good rotation.
See you soon.
Referees are discussing something with the league. We have a personal foul against the Chargers. Head-to-head contact. That is going to bury them further on a return that they didn't even have. Here we go, Bulldogs. That's exactly what they needed. So we have a personal foul with head-to-head contact on the Chargers, backing them up further, burying them into their own end, down by 10. This game is far from over, but I will say, in less than 11 minutes, the Bulldogs have doubled their total. 14 at the half. They now hold 28. They hold a 14-3 second half advantage, 3rd quarter advantage, that is, against the Chargers. Boschwitz out of the gun. Quick roll to his right. That's where all his success has been. He's got his man, number 1, Mags, who gets forced out of bounds, but not before a first down. That was exactly what they did in the 2nd quarter. Got a Bulldog down on the sidelines. Bulldogs are going to have to make an adjustment because Chariho is going to go back to their bread and butter. And that rollout Boschwitz is fully capable of has 3 levels. The 3rd is the running back bailout, and that is generally accomplished by Christian Manfred, number 23. So he's got 3 or 4 different levels on that rollout. So Bulldog down. This game's got a little bit of everything, folks. You couldn't ask for a better night, a better Friday night here in town. There is no doubt about that. So next week, the Bulldogs move on and have to play St. Ray's on the road. Chariho, on the other hand, moves on to North Smithfield at home on the 17th, 7 p.m. next Friday night. All right, hopping off the field, a little bit of a limp. You can tell he wants to work it out. That's number 8, all-around athlete Drew Mason. It's funny, everyone has positions, and he's a senior here, and it says he's a linebacker, and it says next to it, athlete. You gotta love that. That pretty much means you can put him anywhere. Boschwitz, out of the gun. Quads, tight. Bulldogs back up off the blitz, handoff. Oh, counter fake, throws to nowhere. Complete, short man. No defense around him. And that is the Bulldogs are getting eaten up by that. Same thing. Number 3 on the reception. No one near him. That's Colin Forts on the reception and the first down. Big gain. They're just rolling out one side or another. There was no Bulldog in that area. I'm not sure how nobody's there, but they're going to have to make the adjustment. That was the secondary. The second level of his rollout was the halftime adjustment I was hoping for. They've made an adjustment on offense, clearly. And the handoff, number 48, Silva cuts up the middle and gains 9 on the play. And the Chargers are on a roll here. They're moving, and they're going to go no huddle. They're seizing the opportunity. They know. Bulldogs in a little bit of confusion. Bulldogs running a 4-3-4. Handoff again to Silva over the edge. That's good for the first down. 5-yard gain on the play. And they march on. We got 15 seconds left in the first quarter. Why the clock stopped, I don't know, but it is running now. Clock stopped, fortunately, just enough to get the ball set. That's why they had to stop it, but give them enough time for one last play here in the third. And it's a handoff again to Silva, who gains about 4 tough yards on the play. So we have 1 quarter of football left to go, folks. The score, your very own Westerly Bulldogs 28, rival Chariho Chargers 18. We got a packed house here at Sal Algieri Field. Friday Night Lights, Westerly style, folks. Fans love it. We're going to be on a short break here, folks. We will be right back.
Hey, Rico, tell Rico and Drew right now real quick. Drew! So you're going to do same trade. Rico's going A gap, Drew's going B.
Start of the fourth quarter. That was pretty cool to see. Everyone lighting up their cell phones. Back in the day, I guess it was lighters. What a game, what a game. And there's a lot more to go, I have a feeling here, folks. Huge defensive possession by the Bulldogs. A stop can mean everything. Webster in on the defensive line. Rico Sposato getting some action. He's in at the moment. Zachary Morin in most of the game. And Greg Gorman, the captain, on the other side. Looks like they got a 4-2-5 up there. Rolling out, far side. Gorman chasing him. Oh, it's picked off. What a play! Ben Gorman. Brother forces the throw. Brother makes the interception. What a connection. And what a big turn of events here. We may have an injury. We don't want to see that. There's a referee timeout. Players are huddled around in excitement. So we will pause for a moment, hoping that nothing too serious is going on. Prime concern in the game of football is always no injuries. And clean play, and we've had that tonight. They're holding his leg. I do believe it's a cramp situation. These players have been out there all day, and he is ready. He's got his hands up. That's Ben Gorman. Beauty of that play is Captain Greg Gorman forced him out of the pocket, forced the throw. That's how brothers make it happen on the field. I don't think I've ever seen something like that before. That's pretty cool. Bulldogs take over. An option to possibly, at the least case, eat some time up. They have a 10.2 possession lead. If they can put any points on the board, it would be huge, in addition to the time eaten. Williams and Hake enter the huddle. Tuck and Powers in the backfield. Bulldogs out of the eye, Twins left. We have Hake and Marley. No one on the far side. And that's going to mean offsides. Tuck, a little too excited. Going to back him up 5, and in comes Mason. Tuck going to get a break. He's going to back him up 5. More importantly, he's going to stop the clock. Way too early to be thinking about eating up the clock. I hope the Bulldogs don't sit on it, as they say. Chariho has displayed the ability to throw, the ability to drive quickly. That interception was huge. They need to use it to at least eat up some of this fourth quarter. And they're coming out of the eye here, folks. Same formation. Penalty before the snap, and that is going to go somehow. We have clapping against Chariho. No, that's got to go against Westerly. I don't know why Westerly's clapping. I don't know what. Coach Dunbar doesn't look happy. And they're going to wave the flag off. Nothing happened. Okay, so the Bulldogs are going to go from the same spot, not back any further. Not sure what the confusion was. Coach Dunbar is going to take his team in. Somebody called a timeout here, I'm assuming. There has been no signal as to why the teams are gathering together, but obviously a timeout has been called. Again, folks, I am the voice, Greg Moreno, alongside producer, owner, Shane Belanger. Up behind the lens, we got Lisa. We are Westerly.live. You can find us on Facebook or Twitter, or Westerly.live on your web browser. We are your source for Westerly High School sports. All sports, all year. And the Bulldogs take the line. 1st and 15. Same formation. We got Powers, Mason deep in the backfield. Marley in the slot. Hake wide. Williams under center. Hands it off. And Mason takes it through. Gets about, 13 out of the 15 yards back. It's going to be 2nd down and 2 and a Bulldog down. We're hoping it's a cramp. Let's see what we have. We have a lot of guys going down early in the year. Big run by the Bulldogs, by Mason.
Injury on the play.
The more important thing is the Bulldog down. Not sure the player down at the moment. And he's up. It's Kim, who's been suffering from cramps all night long, and that is a painful situation. He's probably getting Charlie horses all over the place. These guys are playing hard. Football is you give up your entire body, and you play through a lot. And these Bulldogs, man, they got grit. Let me tell you, they have finesse as well. And after tonight's matchup, if you haven't gotten enough football, folks, Old Hopkinton Road, Westerly Pee Wee football, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 3 games. Micros, juniors, and seniors, your future Bulldogs on the field, Westerly Pee Wee football field tomorrow. All right, we have Williams in the gun. Mason next to him. Twins near side. Mason belly out, pitch towards him. Run all the way. Can he get to the edge? And his speed, he almost does. He is pulled down from behind. Enough of the jersey and no horse collar. Very fortunate, but he didn't get it, so only a gain of about a yard. He didn't grab the actual pads. He just took him down by the jersey. Third down play for the Bulldogs. 11 minutes to go in this ball game, folks. Big, big play. Tuck, tough runner. Mason, Powers in front, correction. Marley in motion to the near side. Hake, far side. A lot of men in the box for Chariho, expecting Tuck. Mason gets it. Tries to bounce it to the outside. Chariho was waiting. He is still on his feet, folks, and he might have actually got it. He is right on it, man. Talk about perseverance. Chariho playing that very play. Tough running, trudging forward. Where's the spot? 4th and 1. Unfortunately, if I'm the Bulldogs, I got to punt, and I got to bury the Chargers here. But Dunbar is an aggressive coach. 4th and 1. 2-possession game. He's going. I love it. I love it. I love it. I will never root for a non-aggressive play, and this is just purely fantastic excitement. 4th down. Bulldogs lead by 2 possessions, 10 points, under 10 minutes to go. He also could just come in a hard count, try to get the Chargers to jump because there's about 9 of them in the box. He does do a nice hard count, and he's going to go with fast Q-back sneak, and he's got it, and much, much more with Powers behind him and pushing him. 4th down and almost 2 yards. QB sneaks, good for about 7. And the Bulldogs now seize control, folks. That was an extremely demoralizing play for the Chargers. Now the clock matters. The clock is now their enemy. A touchdown puts it out of reach. Working out of the eye. Dunbar, an aggressive approach to his game, and I absolutely love it. Tuck, off tackle, cuts it back up on the inside, and he's still going, folks. Once you wrap him up, you got to wait for 2 or 3 more guys to come to take him down. A gain of about 8. This is where the Bulldogs' legs come in, wear them down as the clock ticks down. You can tell that they're tired, they're weary. Jimmy Powers had a long, rough day, but he has had a heck of a game. Tuck doing the same thing, coming off the field. Their legs got to be killing them. They are leaving everything on the field to open the season, folks. Both squads here. What an aggressive, what an impressive night. We got Mason in the backfield alone. Hake to the near side, Marley far. The snap. Williams drops straight back. Looking deep to the far side. Oh, he had two men and it landed between both of them. Pretty good coverage there by the Chargers. A good throw, a safe throw. If anyone was going to get it, it was going to be a Bulldog incomplete. Third down and about 4 to go. I'm not even going to guess what he would do if a fourth down comes up, because I don't know, and that's a beautiful thing. Because if I knew, then maybe they know. Dunbar has kept a very balanced offense here, mixing run and pass, leaving Williams with a lot of the decision-making, doing a great job as a junior. And the supporting cast. Chariho's line took over for part of the game. Wesley's been resilient and has taken back over. Mason behind Williams out of the gun. 10-point Bulldog lead. 2 wide. Hake and Marone, the snap. Handoff near side to Mason. He's going to cut it up. He's still on his feet. Now he cuts outside. Lowers the shoulders, getting buried. Move it forward here, folks. And pushed out of bounds after about a 10-yard gain on the play. 6 of that after contact. Bulldog first down. Huge first down. And that clock will run once the ball is placed, I do believe.
The ball is on the Chariho 29-yard line.
And the Bulldogs tuck back in. Sole man in the backfield. Williams out of the gun. Marley wide left. Hake far side. Gives it to Tuck. Finds a little gap. Nice gain on first down for about 5 yards. Good job by the offensive line there. They created the hole long enough. Really going heavy behind Matt Garafola and Maine. For a good part of this game, they've done a good job creating holes and creating a seam for him to get through. Him, Mason, and Powers, who have done a good job of allowing the blocks to develop. But that right side of the offensive line, with Garafola and Maine especially, have been the dominant force for the Bulldogs tonight, that pair. And we have a flag. That's going to be an offside, most likely. A couple men in motion too late. Although the official's not looking confident in their own call, I will say that. And they line, they're going to set up here. Nothing changed, so I'm going to wipe the flag away. Got Mason in the backfield behind Williams. 2 wide right. Mason's got it to the left side. Short gain on the play. 3rd and short to go. Powers doing a great job lead blocking, doing a great job carrying the ball as well. They have a 3-headed monster on the ground. And I'll tell you what, this young offensive line, they're making creases for plenty of room for these backs to get through with a full head of steam, and they've been doing it all day. Second quarter, I'll say, went to the Chargers. Besides that, it's been all Bulldogs. They've had a pretty good rotation on the offensive line. It looks like they've settled here in the second half with what I would say has been the most successful combination for the day on the line. So the Bulldogs want to ice this thing. Under 7 minutes to go, 10-point lead. And the whistle. The Bulldogs are going to head back out on the field. And
East Providence 7-6. Just in.
we have what we like to see. We got Morin, Maine, Garofalo, and Gorman next to each other. That, I would say, is their strongest combination on the squad as far as the offensive line goes, at least as it went tonight. And they give it to Mason, and he's sucked up on that side. It has been used very often tonight. Bulldogs are also using the clock, so that's not really a negative play. It is fourth down correction, and about 6 to go. What are the Bulldogs going to do? They're up 10. Coach Dunbar is extremely aggressive. Talking to Williams right now, it looks to me like they're going to go, folks. Boy, this Bulldog team is going to be fun to watch this year, let me tell you. Mason in the backfield. Marley, Hake, far side. Gervasini, near side. Marone, near side. The snap, straight drop, looking right. Throws it up, far side to the end zone. And he's got his man, I think. And it is, I'm waiting for the signal. A touchdown! Touchdown, Bulldogs. I believe it's Marcus Hake. If I can see far enough. And it is number 5, Marcus Hake for the Bulldogs. Beautiful throw by Lance Williams. Now that is a high quality throw. Let me tell you, he left it high where only Hake could get it. He's done that 3 times today. Only Marley could get it. Only Marley could get it. Only Hake could get it. 3 touchdown passes on the night for Williams. Rushing touchdown for Tuck. 2 for Tuck, correction. 2 for Tuck, 2 for Marley, 1 for Hake. Everyone's getting in on the game. And the Bulldogs pull away with 5.5 to go. The score, Westerly 34, Chariho 18. And I must say that the cell phones have dimmed on the Chariho side. And the Bulldogs putting on a show, hanging tough. Chariho proving to be a tough foe through the first half. Great job. Good first half to begin with, but great job by the coaching staff. Adjustments made. They got some high-quality athletes on this squad, let me tell you, beginning on the offensive line all the way down through the skill players. 3 touchdown passes from your junior quarterback. 2 different receivers. They have excellent receivers. Tuck with 2 touchdowns. Going for 2, 34 to 18. Mason in the backfield. And he's going to get wrapped up, sucked up, just fall down without getting hurt. And he does. And that's okay. So the extra point's no good. 5:38 to go. Westerly 34. Chargers 18. This game has been extremely close. If you just showed up, folks, you would think it's been a blowout. Absolutely not. However, if you watch Chariho exiting the field, the Bulldogs have sucked the life out of them. The Bulldogs took it a little bit in the second quarter, like I said, but man, let me tell you, I give 3 quarters of football to the Bulldogs. They doubled their first half score in the third quarter. They've added 7 to that here in the fourth. So they've scored 20 second half points. Chariho has only managed 1 field goal here in the second half. So a 20-3 second half advantage for the Bulldogs. Has all but put this thing to bed. And let me tell you, this Bulldog team has given this crowd a reason to return. They will be back. We will be back. Next week, St. Ray's coming to town. The kickoff. Number 1, Mags takes it. Hard runner. Had a good day. Ball might have even fallen loose. Going the Chargers' way. Okay, so I have to make a correction. I did say earlier that next week's game was in St. Ray's. That is incorrect, folks. St. Ray's is coming to town. We will be with you right here, Salo Jerry Field. A man down. You're going to see a lot of cramping on a lot of plays here, folks. These guys are tired. They played their hearts out. They have sparked the town of Westerly's interest back in football without a doubt after a 2-year wait. Boy, did they give us a reason to come back. Great play all day. The speed on the offensive line. And it's a young line. Speed and the ability just to create that little gap. It's not about driving the man 5-10 yards with the offense that they're running. If you can just get into him and turn, and that's what the offensive line's done, especially the right side. Gorman, Maine, Garofola. And a credit to the left side as well. Xavier Webster's had a great game, both sides of the ball. Mitchell McLeod's been on the field. There's been a rotation there on the left side. So the Chargers will take over here, 1st and 10. At the, I believe they're at the 30-yard line. So whatever adjustments offensively and defensively the Bulldogs needed to make, they've made, and they were successful. They're in about a 4-2-5 right now, and they're still getting a little bit of a rush. He has to roll out, Boschwitz, and he throws short, and that might have been almost picked off. I think that was intercepted. I'm waiting for the ruling by the official. He got under it, and then it came loose. They're going to confer. Yes. Waiting for a signal. It's been the story of the night, let me tell you. I'm glad this didn't come down to one possession. Incomplete pass. Going back to Chariho here. Still no signal, but I can just tell by where he's putting the ball. So as I said earlier, if you didn't get your fix for football tonight, get the future of the high school Bulldogs, the Westerly Bulldogs tomorrow. We got a micro game at 4 o'clock. Those are real little guys. Juniors play at 6 and the seniors. Your next group of underclassmen play at 8 o'clock. Old Hopkinton Road, Westerly Pee Wee football. I'm the voice and I'll be there. Under pressure is clearly a screen. Nice catch on the screen. Westerly sucks it up and takes him down hard on the near side. Number 31, Jimmy Powers on the hit and the takedown for the Bulldogs. And another player down. We're getting nearly every play here. And it's definitely got to be because it's early in the season hydration situation. We're hoping. They're just getting Charlie horses continually. And if they get bad enough, you cannot walk off the field for sure. So, like I said, I mistakenly stated that the Bulldogs are going to St. Ray's next week. They are not. St. Ray's is coming here. We'll be right here. So with just over 5 minutes to go, the score absolutely does not reflect the excitement involved in this game and how close of a game it was. And number 8, Mason just got a Charlie horse and is down. I just watched him jump from his position on his knees because of the other player's Charlie horse, and he just got one. Now he's down. They're going from player to player to player. They're dehydrated. They haven't played like this in so long. That shows how much these young men are given. Both squads. Football is all about passion, folks. You put your body on the line. Winners and losers. Water's coming out to both teams. This essentially is an official water break, I'm going to say, due to the cramping on both squads. See good sportsmanship this entire game. Good luck to Chariho going forward in their division. This loss really essentially does not hurt them going forward, but it most definitely helps the Bulldogs. Talk about a confidence builder, getting to work out a great deal of your offense. Probably didn't show everything, I'm hoping, I wouldn't imagine. But Coach Dunbar, he's got some tricks up his sleeves. He's aggressive. He's not afraid to call anything at any time. I absolutely love it. He's got the athletes. He knows how to debut them. Sky's the limit for this young team. They do have a tough division. Westerly's side of the division, 2B, includes Tolman, Mount Hope, Classical, St. Ray's, and West Warwick. West Warwick, St. Ray's, Classical, Mount Hope all won last week by convincing scores. So they have a tough schedule going forward. This is the springboard they needed to attack their division opener next week. Possibly the best team in the division. The other side of the division includes Coventry, Moses Brown, Lincoln, Rogers, Mount Pleasant, and Barrington. Everybody played but Barrington, and everybody lost but Coventry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they were all league games on the other side. So the officials are trying to get this thing started here. It is a unique situation, but that is exactly the problem. And that's the whistle for the clock to wind. And let me tell you, fellas, these guys are going to battle with these Charlie horses all night long. They don't go away when the final whistle goes away. Part of the price you pay for playing this game. Out come the Chargers. They got 5 wide. Trips tight far side. Twins on the right. Boschwitz alone. Bulldogs in a 4-2 front, 5 DBs. Rolling, he's going to tuck and go. He's going to get out of bounds. And the Bulldogs all pull up, and there's a hit from behind. First dirty play of the day, and that's going to be because of the Bulldogs, I believe. Hit in the back, and there's another flag, and that's going to be on the Chargers. So just as I say, good sports, good sportsmanship. We get a double personal foul. And I'm going to go with number 60 of the Bulldogs. Hit in the back, personal foul. And then a personal foul on the Chargers. So, with this last 5 minutes or so, it's taking quite a while. The Westerly crowd extremely excited. Sal Algieri Field proving to be a tough place to play, and we're going to get a signal from the official. Personal foul. Bulldogs. Chargers. Personal foul. Bulldogs. And repeat it. Essentially, we stopped the clock for a long time, and we're going to get going again. And hopefully we get a clean finish to this ball game, which has been clean thus far.
Offsetting penalties.
So, like I said earlier, this is a non-league game for the teams. It's kind of like a non-league game for the officials, too. So the Chargers back up at the end. 4:24 to go, 34 to 18. We are Westerly.live. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, or Westerly.live on your browser. School year started Tuesday, as did we. Girls varsity soccer, the Lady Bulldogs, 10-1 victory. Followed up on the road by a 9-0 victory. They are 2-0, having outscored their opponents 19-1. A team to watch, that is our Lady Bulldog soccer team. Wednesday, the men's Bulldog soccer team suffered a tough 3-2 loss. Last night we were in the gym for girls varsity volleyball. Here we are for the final 4 minutes of the Bulldogs season opener. Washwitz takes the snap. Hands off number 20, taken down immediately by the Bulldogs. Number 19 on the tackle, been all over the line. Greg Gorman made many tackles.
On the carry, brought down by number 19.
It'll be 4th down and about 9 to go for the Chargers.
That will bring up 4th and 9.
The chants are beginning in the Westerly stands, and they haven't changed since I was in high school. And I think they're the same all around the country, really. But they're always better to hear when they're on your side. So the Chargers trying to get organized here. Whistle's blown, and the Chargers are going to head to their sidelines, and we're going to hold on a little longer. 2:29 to go. And the cheerleaders activate. This has just been a great night here in Westerly at Salutary Field. Without a doubt, everything came together for the Bulldogs. They did a great job. Perseverance maintained. The surge that the Chargers made in the second quarter came out quick. Third quarter doubled their whole first half score and have moved on from there. The Bulldogs were able to establish the line of scrimmage as they opened the second half, which is first thing that they needed to do. They were successful at that. They needed to figure out a way to cover the rollouts and the drag patterns. And that's something that they were somewhat able to do, but it's something that they need to work on because they were a bit exposed on those rollouts. They were able to do it in a mixture of penalties and good plays, inaccurate throws at sometimes, but definitely an area that they want to work if you're looking for any kind of complaints. But for a season opener in front of a crowd like this kind of a performance, Williams, what a day he's had. And Bosch with straight drop, forced out of the pocket. Almost taken down, almost intercepted.
Pass is incomplete. Washington had some pressure from Ben Gorman. That'll result in a
Bulldogs will take over on downs.
first down Washington.
The Bulldogs will take over. The band is live. 2:21 to go, which was how much was on the clock before this play. Williams takes the field. These guys got to be exhausted. You can see it. Marley's given everything he's had tonight. What a day he's had. I don't know the exact distance. I'll say 60 plus, around 60-yard touchdown receptions. Zach Tuck got 2 rushing touchdowns. Marcus Hake, beautiful catch in the corner of the end zone, up high. for a receiving touchdown. Handoff, number 29, fresh legs in the backfield. Gang of Chargers after about a 5-yard gain. That's Alex Brophy. And the clock ticks. Still going behind that right side of the line that they've installed here in the second half. And had great success with. We are under 2 minutes to go, folks. So the Bulldogs break the huddle here, and the clock is running. Number 25 in the backfield, who is about to receive a handoff, I would imagine. That's Zach Albanese. And he does. And he tries to make a cut up the middle. Chargers are ready, but why wouldn't they be ready for a run? The clock continues to tick. 1 minute to go in this one, folks. It is only third down. They let it tick. This is going to wrap up after this play. What a night we've had here, folks. What a night, what a night. Nothing. I couldn't have expected anything better. Both teams played great football. The Bulldogs pulled away. Definitely ended on a solid note, a great second half of football. Got a tough intruder next week in the St. Rays. Always a quality squad. Lost in the state championship last year to Barrington. Timeout Westerly, 19 seconds to go. And the crowd and cheerleaders are giving a well-deserved round of applause to their Bulldogs. Third down, and it doesn't matter what to go, really. This is going to do it.
Another final from Rhode Island, North Providence, 16, Davies 14.
So, Friday Night Lights, Westerly style, has proven tonight to live up to the hype. The Bulldogs have done that for us for sure. They are in the victory formation, nothing that you'd rather see. What a game, folks. We will be back Monday, more sports to go, nonstop action. If they're playing here, we're here with them. We bring it to you if you can't be here. Remember, you can always go back and watch later. What a night we had. The final score, your very own Westerly Bulldogs, 34. Chariho Chargers, 18. Bulldogs trailed 15-14 at the half. 20-3, the Bulldogs win the second half. Dominating second half by the Bulldogs. And the fans rush the field. This is what you love to see. It's been a long time, folks. It's been a long time. Next week, welcome St. Rays. Another test for the Bulldogs. That is a league game, the first league game of the season. That will wrap up our week of sports. School started Tuesday, so did we. Brought you sports Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We'll be back on Monday. I am the voice, Greg Morano. Shane Belanger, owner, Lisa behind the lens. We are Westerly Live. Live from Sal or Jerry Field. What a night we've had, folks. Find us on Facebook and Twitter or westerly.live on your browser. We are signing out.